On behalf of my fellow Board of Commissioners, Vice Chairman Beth Dawson, Commissioner Jonathan Barfield, and Commissioner Tom Wolf, all of whom are here today, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for attending. For the past 6 months, our respective boards, the mayors, the City of Wilmington and New Hanover County, have been moving to streamline and unify our economic development efforts. And today, we announced 2013 Economic Development Planning Initiative. We're here at this airport, a county-owned asset that bears the city's name for a reason. The City of Wilmington is our regional leader and an invaluable partner in virtually everything this region chooses to do. This airport, led by its very capable director and his team, is a beacon to the world of the advantages we have in southeastern North Carolina. Every day, it tells the story to hundreds of travelers about the wide array of benefits that we offer. So I appreciate IOM for agreeing to host this important event. Right now, this very moment, upstairs in their conference room, they are kicking off a 13-month terminal capacity study involving various disciplines in the aviation sector. So this announcement today is timely. Communities all across this country are talking about this same thing, economic development. Today, somewhere, local leaders, just like us, are meeting to do the very thing we're doing today. Defining our employment recruitment efforts, expanding business, developing a strategy to promote the business world. What's different about our effort and about what we are doing? Jay Garner told me on the walk over here today that there are over 7,000 economic development groups in this country. That's a lot. How do we differentiate ourselves and our region? Well, what's different about us, we hope, is that today we're taking action. The 2013 Economic Development Planning Initiative is the process of forging a unified message to the region and really the world as to what type of community we want to be in the future. What jobs do we want to grow? Where do we want them growing? What areas of our diverse economy need expanding? And what measures should we take to educate would-be employers about the things our community offers? What can we do here locally to help reduce unemployment and strengthen our existing business? How do we achieve the necessary balance we must have in encouraging business growth while sustaining and improving the health of our fragile environment? Together, we're going to find answers to these questions. It's important to the mayor and to me and to our boards that this process be inclusive, open, comprehensive, and bold. We have asked Chancellor Gary Miller and President Ted Spring to serve as co-chairs of a steering committee composed of members of the business, government, and environmental segments of our region. The committee will oversee the process of working with our contractual partner Jay Garner of Garner Economics, a 33-year veteran of success in helping communities build and strengthen. The committee will help in framing the discourse and in identifying more than 100 citizens to be engaged in the process. Over the coming months, Jay and his team will oversee and facilitate the compilation of opinions, data, and will make recommendations to the city and the county governments at the end of this process. This initiative will give us a clear path forward. I cannot overemphasize the importance of enfranchising all segments of our community in this important dialogue and common goal. I am sure that throughout this process, there will be strong opinions about many things that will be expressed, and that's good. The end result must give us all, as local policymakers and elected officials, a clear picture of what our citizens want. Communities are strong when they are united in purpose, and a collective purpose this important can only have real value when it's the product of inclusion and when all voices are heard and respected. These are the very pillars of our system. I do want to take a minute to say specifically how humbled I have been as a commissioner to work so closely with the mayor and his council members. They are true partners in service. The City of Wilmington is special. Its history, its beauty, and its future. And it holds a unique position in the world marketplace. As commissioners, we are so proud of the working relationship we have and the outstanding sense of teamwork that we enjoy with the city. Thank you for coming, and I want to turn it now over to Mayor Bill Safin. Please welcome him.
Thank you all for coming here today. This is a very important day and a new day here in the city and county of New Hanover. I'd also like to recognize Councilmember Kevin O'Grady that's with us here today, our City Manager Sterling Cheatham, and also Bob Lewis, the Mayor of Carolina Beach, is also with us here today. Thank you, Bob, for being here. My special thanks to Chairman White and the New Hanover County Commission for demonstrating the leadership to conceive and structure and fund this very timely initiative for our community. Indeed, it is a very new day for our community. A day that we are being asked to collaborate, explore, and engage in an evaluation of our community and its many assets. We are here because we all recognize that we must come together, concentrate our efforts, leverage our abundance of assets, and build the new jobs and improved economy that our citizens have come to expect. There have been many debates regarding types of companies we should focus on for future job growth and which we should not. This is a new day, and I commit my own attention and efforts to defining our economy for our future. I encourage each of my fellow elected officials and private stakeholders to do similar. This is an opportunity and something that we have talked about for many years in this community and in this city. I'm proud of the fact that we are finally going to act instead of talk about this very important initiative for our community. This is a bright new day and something that we're looking forward to. So thank you very much. And thank you also to Chancellor Miller and to President Springs for helping us in this endeavor. Thank you very much. And Jay, we're looking forward to working with you too. Thank you.
Mayor, thank you. Chairman, thank you very much. My name is Jay Garner, and it's a real privilege to be associated with this initiative to create an economic development strategy that's implementable and executable for Wilmington and New Hanover County. Thrilled to see the folks that are here today, both representing the public sector and the private sector. I had the privilege to speak at the Chamber's annual meeting back in April and talked about in the work that we do all over North America, there is one common denominator for economic development success, and that's the quality of public and private leadership. So it's exciting to see how many public leaders are here today and private individuals that are engaged and involved in the economic development arena. I've been asked very quickly to kind of give the process of what we're going through and then turn it over to the two co-chairs to say a few words to finish it up. But my firm, which is based in Atlanta, does site location consulting work for companies, meaning that they hire us to help them identify where they may want to expand operations, consolidate, unfortunately sometimes close facilities. And then we work with states and regions, communities large and small, urban and rural, in helping them create economic development strategies. This is an important assignment to me, though, even though I'm not from Wilmington or New Hanover County. I have a long relationship here because my father-in-law ran the Corning glass plant in the 80s and 90s, and so for about 15 years I would come here in the 80s and 90s. I was here for the big snowstorm at Christmas, for those who remember that. And so it's important to me that we do an outstanding job for a community that I feel like has been a second home for a number of years for us. In our process of creating this economic development strategy over a 20-week period, we will be seeking a lot of input from local constituents, the population of this community. My economist, who you'll see more of, a fellow named Tom Tavit, will be doing a very comprehensive economic and labor analysis of the community. He'll be doing what we call a cluster analysis to determine what's the right kind of industry targets for New Hanover County. And we'll be conducting a series of focus groups, as the mayor mentioned, with over 100 people in the community over a couple of day periods, so that we can learn from them about how it is to do business and to live in Wilmington and in New Hanover County. We'll also be doing either an electronic survey or a more traditional survey so that more people would have an opportunity to provide input if they so choose. All of that due diligence, and then I'll also be doing what we call an assets and challenges assessment, meaning I'll be looking at the community from the eyes of a site location consultant. So when a company hires us to say, where should we locate, we'll be using that same criteria and giving an honest assessment of the business climate and the ability to do business in Wilmington and New Hanover County. All of that will lead to strategy and recommendations, and we'll be making recommendations into 3 buckets. The first bucket we call product marketing, and the product is Wilmington and New Hanover County. And that means, as far as product marketing goes, what does Wilmington need to do to market itself globally in the attraction and retention and startup of business? Product improvement means what does New Hanover County need to do to enhance what they have to sell? And then the third bucket is organizational. What does New Hanover County need to do? And that means all the players, the colleges, K through 12, CVB, any entity that's engaged in external business development activities. What do they need to do to have outstanding economic development service delivery? So all of that will be put together with input from a 20-member steering committee that these 2 gentlemen are chairing, and that should be delivered sometime in February. And then, of course, the hard work starts after that. The hard work is the implementation and the execution. And so we're going to work with everyone to create a plan that's realistic, innovative, yet pragmatic and realistic. But the onus then comes back to you to implement and to execute. Clearly, through this turnout that I see today and through the support of the chair and the mayor, it's evident to me that it's no longer going to be business as usual.
Young people, adults coming back to college who need jobs and want to live in this area and want to have a vibrant economy in this area. And so we believe that this is very important for us to be involved in. We believe this is an important activity. Universities and colleges are very good at reflection and analysis and understanding consensus, and that's what we hope to bring to the table. We fully expect there to be a product that we're all going to be proud of. And by taking this chair, I know I speak for Ted when I say this, we're also going to support it. And we're going to be partners with the city and county government to make this part of North Carolina not only one of the best in North Carolina, but one of the best in the world, because we believe that we can do that, and it's just such a wonderful place. So thank you, all of you here to support this project, and we look forward to hearing from you and working from you in the future and moving this area even further forward. Thank you very much.